Hey y'all, it's me, Al, and today I'll be talking about The Seven Habits of Highly Effective Teens, a book written by Sean Covey, detailing the seven habits of highly effective teens. And I'll be telling you about how they can help you in real life. The book is divided up into four parts, and part one is the setup. Part one tells us what the habits are, followed by a one-sentence summary for each of them. The habits are: Habit 1, be proactive. Take responsibility for your life. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Define your mission and goals in life. Habit 3, put first things first. Prioritize and do the most important things first. Habit 4, think win-win. Have an everyone can win attitude. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listen people sincerely. Habit 6, synergize. Work together to achieve more. Habit 7, sharpen the saw, renew yourself regularly. The 7 habits can help you get control of your life, improve your relationships with people, etc. Part 1 will also talks about paradigms and paradigm shifts. A paradigm is the way you view something, a situation, or maybe just life in general, or maybe even yourself. Paradigm shifts are when you stop seeing things from your point of view and try to see it from another person's point of view, or maybe simply just change your point of view because some outside factor changes it. Part 1 also talks about life centers, things people center their lives and choices around, and how people can be friend-centered, school-centered, anything-centered, but only one center will truly make you happy, which is centering your life and choices around your principles and beliefs. Now, the next part 2, is the private victory. Part 2, the private victory, includes the first 3 habits. Be proactive, begin with the end in mind, and put first things first. Before you begin dealing with other people, you must first know how to deal with yourself. Everything begins with yourself. Part 2 also discusses the personal bank account. The personal bank account is how you feel about yourself, and deposits and withdrawals from it can be made. Withdrawals are made when you break promises to yourself, beat yourself up, etc., etc. Deposits are made when you're honest and do small acts of kindness. People with healthy BPAs are happy for other people's success, stand up for themselves, see life as a positive experience, etc., etc. People with poor PBAs cave into peer pressure easily, fight with feelings of depression and inferiority, are overly concerned about what people think about them, etc., etc. Now let's get on to the first habit. Habit 1, be proactive. Proactive means taking control of a situation before it happens. Habit 1 says that you're in control of your life. You're the person who's in charge of your attitude. You're responsible for your happiness or your unhappiness. Taking charge of your life. Understanding that you're in charge of your emotions and being calm in tough situations is the first step to not only achieving the private victory, but mastering all the habits. There are 2 types of people, the proactive and the reactive. Proactive people make choices based on their values and are calm and in control of themselves. They take responsibility for their actions. Reactive people are the opposite. Reactive people let their emotions take control, make choices based on impulse, and blame other people for their problems. Think of this habit when a situation turns sour. Instead of trying to blame other people for your problems, saying that it can't be helped or something like that, try and think of a way to turn the problem around. Be in charge of yourself. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Habit 2 is exactly what it sounds like. Before you do anything, you must have an end in mind. You need to think beyond today and think about your future. Where do you want to be a year from now? Having an end in mind helps you with this. Beginning with an end in mind also helps you make decisions. After all your decisions will be affected by your end goal, and you obviously want to make decisions to get closer to your goal. Habit 2 also discusses mission statements. Mission statements are like a motto that you live by. Mission statements can range from a set of rules in a nice organized list to maybe just a sentence. They can even be self-written or just a quote. As long as you live by it, anything could be your mission statement. Whenever you're lost or confused about what to do, whether it's a tough decision or you don't know what to do with your life, think about your end goal, your mission statement, and they'll guide you. Habit 3, putting first things first. The last part of part 1, this one is pretty self-explanatory. Habit 3 is all about putting first things first. not waiting until the last second, putting them off. This habit talks about how you should plan things so that you get the big stuff done first, and stuff that absolutely has to be done and you'd really like to get done. Then after that, if you have time for the smaller things, you wouldn't have to shove more important matters out of the way to get them. Part 3, the public victory. Part 3, the public victory, is all about you and other people. Habits in Part 3 are think win-win, seek first to understand, then to be understood, and synergize. This section talks about the relationships bank account. You have an RBA with everyone you meet, whether it's a family member or someone new in your neighborhood. You can make small deposits in a person's bank account to keep it positive. Things like listening, being loyal, and keeping promises can be deposits, while things like breaking promises, gossiping, and being arrogant will end up being withdrawals, which will end up making you have a negative RBA with that person, and it's incredibly hard to get it back into the positive. You should always try to deposit into someone else's bank account, since you never know what theirs looks like. Habit 4, think win-win. Habit 4 is all about how you should seek a win-win solution in situations. Trying to constantly win and trying to leave everyone in the dust just to reach your own success just isn't how you should do it, pal. You shouldn't be a constant doormat and let people walk all over you, making them the winner and you the loser. You should almost always try to strive for a situation where the outcome is favorable for both of you. The best way to do this is with compromise, where both of you get a little bit of what you want, but one of you isn't the sole victor of the situation, and one of, or both of you, aren't losers. Sometimes you'll just have to accept a loss on small things, but on larger decisions you should always try to seek a win-win solution. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 5 talks about how you should listen to someone before you give a response. Not just hear, listen to them. Understand what they have to say, nodding your head while barely paying any attention, giving the occasional aha and neat, acknowledging only small snippets of what they're saying, or turning the conversation to be about yourself isn't listening. To practice genuine listening, you need to look at the person's body language when they speak. Understand the tone of their voice. Give them your full attention. Don't try to solve their problems, just listen to them fully and genuinely. Put yourself in that person's shoes, understanding things from their perspective. Try not to be judgmental and insensitive. Be warm and understanding. A way to practice genuine listening is by mirroring a person's words. Mirroring and mimicking a person are two different things. Mimicking a person is repeating what the person says verbatim, copying them like a parrot. Mirroring a person is repeating the meaning of what they're saying, not just the words. Mirroring is warm and caring, while mimicking sounds cold and unfeeling. After understanding what a person has been saying, really understanding, you can do the second part of Habit 5, seek to be understood. Share your feedback and criticism. Reminder that criticism should be the benefit of the person and should have their best interests at heart. And if it isn't, and it's just to suit your own needs, or it's an attempt to fix them, maybe you shouldn't give the criticism just then. Habit 6, synergize. The last habit of Part 3, Habit 6, is all about synergy. Synergy is all about teamwork, finding a new and better solutions to problems, open-mindedness, and celebrating people's differences. You can do so much just by working together with other people. By brainstorming ideas and listening to one another, you can come up with better solutions that you could have alone. Synergy builds relationships with people and can help you solve problems better than you could have if you were only using your own input. Now, Part 4, the last part, only contains one habit. Habit 7, sharpen the saw. The last and final habit, this habit is all about taking a step back and taking care of yourself. When you feel stressed out, dead inside, or maybe just like your life is messed up, come to this habit for help. It talks about how you should exercise, eat healthy, sleep well, and relax from time to time. Read books, learn new skills, create something, laugh and learn to love yourself. That's what this habit is all about. If you practice all the other habits without practicing this one, you'll wear yourself down. Taking breaks is important and necessary. And that's it for this presentation. Have a nice day.